It's about life balance and setting expectations. This is what we men do wrong, and I was there too. One of the most common things we struggle with is financial stuff. And I'll tell you that because I see a lot of doctors around me, they make good money, but they live in paycheck to paycheck. They want to have the biggest house, the fanciest car, but there's no money in the bank. You got bills to pay, you got kids in private school, and you're looking like, hey, I need to make this much money to make sure this happens. So that's the beginning of the struggle. And the next thing is, your wife wants to do stuff, but you're not setting expectations. And you just kind of deal with it.
Right.
Instead of sitting back and say, this is a reality. Because we tend to be private. We don't want to talk about it.
Correct.
That's our problem. It's about saying, honey, this is how much money we make. This is these are the priorities. These are the things that we should put first. These are the things we should be doing. But most of us don't like to talk about that. We just we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
we're socialized.
Exactly. Figuring out means you got to work more shift,
Right.
trying to figure out how to hustle,
Yeah.
and you just keep going. And eventually, guess what? You're going to drop dead.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why we're dying younger than women. As a matter of fact, depending on the data you look at, for black men, your average lifespan is between 66 years of age to 70.3. Let me say that again, 66 years of age to 70. So if you're sitting right here, if you're more than 50 years old, you probably have 16 years to live. Let that sink in for a minute.
That's heavy.
How about versus women?
79.
Yeah, that's a pretty big gap.
6 years more than we live.
That's a pretty big gap.
Yes.
But there's
And we got to close that gap.